So you are wanting to sell your home for the first time and you have no idea what to do. All right, stay tuned for some more great tips. Next tip is knowing your next move. So you are desiring to sell your home. You also obviously have to have some other things in place and lined up for wherever you're going next. I have some really close friends that were wanting to move to another state, wanting to sell their home, obviously wanting to buy a home in another state. But one thing was that one of them needed to get a job before they put their house on the market, right? Because we knew that the house was going to sell in no time. That wasn't going to be a problem. But the job was that missing link. So until they got that job offer or letter in hand, they just didn't feel comfortable with selling yet. And I completely understand that. So that's something to really think through and think about. So a few things when someone is selling, there's usually about 3 things that happen. Once you sell, you may go to rent, okay? Whether you're renting where you live in that state or you're renting somewhere else where you're moving to. Another thing that happens is you are wanting to purchase another home. Now, that is a whole transition and process in itself because you are trying to go from one thing to the next. And if you're doing it in the same state, you're trying to coordinate, okay, I'm trying to write this offer on the house, but my home is on the market as well. Will I get an offer in time to when I actually submit an offer and my offer gets accepted? Okay, so you do what you feel comfortable with, but I will tell you, it may be a little interesting or shaky, especially if you're not going to a new build. New build is, for the most part, you know when the house is going to be built. Weather gets into play and things like that, but for the most part, you know when that house is going to be done. So we can just rearrange the closing date based on that. Okay, so think about that. That could be another thing that you're dealing with. Or are you moving out of state? Now, moving out of state, the one thing you have in mind is moving trucks, making sure that that's scheduled, okay? Getting enough advance notice as possible, because when you're moving across the country or across states or what have you, you are possibly going to be dealing with a whole different moving company. So think about that unless you are moving yourself and you're going on a nice road trip, okay? So that's even the timing of that, because maybe where you're headed to, you may not buy a home, you may wait and get settled and so forth, but you gotta think through your next move. Are all the pieces kind of in place? Are they all in place? If they're not in place yet, you may need to take a moment and get them in place before you launch out and say you're ready to sell. Okay? So keep that thing in mind. All right, one of the last little tips I want to give to you is stay show ready. Something that happens with sellers when they go ahead and put their house on the market is that they're like, oh my goodness, I keep getting all of these showing requests and I can't even take a bath. I can't even sit on my couch and watch a movie like I used to. Okay, yes, that is how it goes, especially if you are in a very fast market. Obviously, when I'm recording this video, the market is like, it's moving like crazy. Tons of buyers are out there. The inventory is low. When you're dealing with that, you could get 10 showings on your house in one day, maybe even more, maybe 20 or 30, depending on where you are. But you have to be show ready. So if you are in a market where it's moving really fast, tons of buyers out there ready to go, you may need to, my advice to you, okay, is that you go ahead, list your house on like a Thursday or Friday, leave for the weekend so you don't have to worry about, constantly washing dishes or making sure things are picked up because the kids just went all over the house and put their toys everywhere. All right, go ahead and leave for the weekend so that it could stay show ready for the whole weekend. And hopefully by that Sunday, you let it be shown for 3 or 4 days. By that Sunday or Monday, you can make a decision on an offer, okay? Now, if you're not in a market where things are moving very fast, but it's a little bit slower, maybe your house is on the market for 30 or 60 days, if that is the case, then you could probably flow a little bit easier, but still remember, let's just say you leave home at 8 o'clock to go to work. Hey, please make sure all beds are made, things are picked up, dishes are in the dishwasher or out of the sink. I'm just giving you some tips for show ready. Kind of get your house ready as if when you're at work, you don't have to think about, oh no, I didn't put my underwear up. Okay, I'm just thinking about stuff that I've had to deal with sellers like, Kira, can you just let them know that this is out there? It's all good. They know that people live there. But to help you not feel bad, go ahead and just have it ready as if someone is going to see your house today, because we want people to come see your house. The more people that see your house, the quicker you can sell it. Okay, so have it show ready. Don't complain about it. Just go with the flow. It's gonna be fine and you're gonna get through it. Once your house gets under contract, you're pretty much good for the most part. We're just going through the flow of inspection and appraisal, and you won't have to keep picking up, every hour. All right, so just go through the process. So here are a few tips. I really hope they were helpful and informative to you in this journey of first selling your home. It's going to be very different from buying, but you can do it. All right, just a reminder, hey, keep me motivated. I want to keep pushing these videos out. So please make sure to subscribe and also do your little notification. And until next time, I can't wait to see you again. Have a great day. Bye.